Hi guys, good morning and welcome to this new video on my channel, and welcome to me. My name is Laura and today we're gonna practice a yin yoga for back and shoulder opening. So if you have stiff shoulders and stiff back, want to stretch it out, then this is the perfect video for you. Take your mat and let's get started. Namaste, thank you so much for joining me today. And before I forget to say it, please subscribe to my channel for more of these yoga videos, and leave a like and a comment below with what you thought about this flow, and if you have any other suggestions or recommendations for yoga videos. And then for now, enjoy your practice. So we're actually gonna start this yoga in Shavasana. That's mostly the end pose of a yoga practice, but for this yin yoga I thought it was appropriate. So we're just gonna lay on our back. Everything is calm and heavy. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. Slowly breathing and just feeling where there's tension in your body. Maybe there are some specific places. Maybe it's everywhere or nowhere at all. Just listening to your body and tuning in with yourself. Really relaxing all the body parts. Starting with your hands, your fingers. Let them fall open. Your arms and elbows. Your shoulders, draw them down. Let them touch the mat. And then your head, your eyebrows, your jaw. Release all the tension. Your back and your chest. Your stomach. Your lower back. Your hips. And your legs, upper legs, your knees, let them fall wide open, your calves, ankles, your toes, and your whole foot. Feel how you can put every body part into a deep relaxation if you really focus on it. Just being here, tuning in with your body. We're gonna release some of the tension in the back and in the shoulders today. So slowly starting to wiggle the fingers and the feet. Maybe making some little circles with your hands and feet. Taking a big inhale, maybe a yawn, stretching it out. Exhale. The first thing we're gonna do is a spinal twist. So you hug your right knee into your chest and send it to the left. Your right arm comes to the right. You look to the right. And we're gonna stay in this pose for about 30 seconds. Breathing deeply and relaxing the body. Slowly bring the knee back into your chest and releasing the leg. Doing the same on the other side. Hug that left knee into your chest. Rotate it towards the right side. Your left arm comes to the left. And you look to the left. And purely relaxing into this pose. Feeling your spine gently twist. Maybe taking some pillows underneath you. Make it as comfortable as possible. And slowly coming back. Hug that left knee in your chest. And coming all the way up to a seated position. And then we're gonna lay on your stomach. We're coming into a gentle back bend. You can stay in the low cobra, the baby cobra, or you can choose to go to a high cobra for a more intense back bend. So what is important here is you rotate your elbows inward to your body and you press into your palms. And if you go for the high cobra, you can straighten your elbows completely. Breathing deeply here and looking up. Drawing the shoulders down. Really opening up the chest. And rounding, arching your spine. Amazing. Slowly coming out of the pose. Coming into a puppy pose. So you stay on your knees. You extend your hands to the top of the mat. And you melt your heart, your chest to the mat. And you breathe. We're gonna hold this for another 30 seconds. Slowly coming back up to your tabletop. And from tabletop, we're coming into a cross-legged seated position. And we're gonna grab our elbow with our hand. And this is a stretch for the shoulders and this part of your arm. Keeping your head straight up. So I start with my left arm. And we're doing the same with the right arm. With your left hand, you grab your right elbow. Your hand reaches down to your back. Your face is looking up. Your spine is straight. And you feel the stretch in your arm. Breathing deeply and long. And releasing the arms. Then we're gonna do another spinal twist, but this time seated. So your right knee comes into your chest. You bend it over your left knee. On an inhale, you bring your hands up. And on exhale, your left elbow goes over your right knee. And your right arm supports you behind your back. You twist. Remember to keep your spine up straight, upright, so that you can breathe freely. Releasing the pose, and of course we're doing the same on the other side. So your left knee over your right, and inhale, hands go up. Exhale, take a twist. Chest is open and upright. Spine is straight, looking back. Breathing. And releasing the pose. Very good. Now we're coming into the easy pose. So I would say cross-legged position with your legs. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a gentle back bend. So you interlace your fingers behind your back. You open up your chest and press your shoulder blades together, and you look up. One more deep breath here. And releasing the arms. Very good. Then we're coming into a child's pose variation, where you're gonna bind your hands behind your head in a kind of Namaste pose to stretch out the shoulders a bit more. You can choose if you do a wide-legged child's pose or a normal variation. This pose is good for opening the sides of our body, the arms, shoulders. I feel it in the side of my back. Just a deep stretch. And slowly coming back up. Take your time here. We're coming into a upward facing dog. It's a bit different than the high cobra we did in the beginning. This time your legs aren't touching the floor, so only your toes. Your toes will touch the yoga mat and your hands. So this is for a deeper back bend. You press into your palms, your shoulders roll backwards and you look up. Taking deep breaths here. And if this is too much for you, you can of course support yourself with your legs. Or even go lower to a baby cobra again. Amazing. Releasing the pose. We're coming into a seated forward fold to counter stretch the back. So in an inhale, bring your hands up overhead. On an exhale, forward fold. Important is here that your knees are as straight as possible. You reach forward with your arms, maybe to your toes, maybe to your chins, just as far as feels comfortable for you. Every exhale you try to sink a little bit deeper into the pose, into the relaxation. Don't force yourself too far. Just feel the tension in your body. Maybe feel some relief in your back, some stretch in your hamstrings. Just letting it be there and observing the body. And slowly, step by step, you walk your hands back next to your hips. Amazing. We're coming into our tabletop pose and we're gonna do some cat and cow flows here. So it's important that your knees are directly underneath your hips and your shoulder underneath your palms. And then on an inhale, you arch your spine and you look up. And on an exhale, you round your spine. You draw your navel into your belly and you look down. So you're gonna flow with your own breath, sinking breath with movement, inhales and exhales. So you can go as slow or as fast as you want. Amazing. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to a neutral spine, and we're gonna lower ourselves down onto our belly. We're gonna take a bow pose, which means you're gonna grab with your hands, you grab your feet, and then you're gonna bend, you arch your spine, your back as far as you can, or as gentle as you can. You can also stay here, or you can take it up, or even higher. I choose to stay here for today. Feels what resonates with your body, and take deep breaths. And release. Amazing. Flipping over to our backs. I'm gonna take a bridge pose. What is important for bridge pose is that when you straighten your arms on the floor, you can just touch your heels, and then sending the hips up. I like to interlace my fingers underneath my hips so that I can really press my shoulder blades together and lift my hips up as far as possible. This is a good lower back stretch. And slowly lowering down again. Amazing. And for the end of our practice, we're coming into a child's pose. I like to do a wide-legged child's pose so that my hips and my lower back also really get a stretch here. You can extend your arms to the top of your mat. You can even make like little spiders with your fingers. Or you can take your hands behind you. Whatever feels good for you today. Taking long, deep breaths here. Releasing all the tension in your back. And when you extend your arms to the front, you also stretch the shoulders out. Take a couple more deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Maybe with a sigh. Preparing the body to slowly come back up again. Walking hand by hand. Coming into a seated position. Or you can lay down maybe. Do whatever feels right. Maybe keeping the eyes closed here. placing your palms on top of your knees, tuning in with yourself and with your body. How do you feel now? Some of the tension released, maybe? I hope so. Thanking yourself for showing up to the mat today, for doing this practice with me, taking time for yourself and creating a safe space for yourself. I'm very grateful for you that you joined me here, and I would love to let you know that you can also join me on some other videos on my channel. You can have a look. Feel free to leave a comment on how you liked this practice. And then I want to thank you so much for watching and joining me. On an inhale, bring our hands up overhead. On an exhale, heart center. Namaste. Thank you guys. I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely week, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.